Coming up, a man who lives a double life of sorts. By day, he's a dean at a nationally recognized university. By night, a rapper. And they say hip-hop has lost its edge. I don't know what they're talking about. Hear what he has to say for himself when we come back.
Out of my soul, breeze my mind, I let my pain go. Let the notes smooth it, moving into the flow of the music. Alone again, my friend, but not lonely. Sadness is carried on the wings of a melody. I do hear the breeze and the trees and the wind stop their whistling and seem to be.
All right, now the story of a new hip-hop sensation. All right, maybe sensation is an overstatement. All right, maybe it's a massive overstatement. Sure, this rapper isn't fat or fresh, but he is old school in a sense, or at least school. His name is Henry Biggs, a part-time rapper and full-time assistant dean of students at Washington University. Yo, the dean of rap is the subject of our profile report.
This St. Louis native may be new to the music world, but he has the rap, the fancy clothes, and all the right moves. And he also has a day job.
Yes, I'm a very, very sick man, no question.
Henry Biggs is the man behind the music and the assistant dean of students at Washington University.
What I get a lot of is people coming to me and saying, "No, yeah, you rap," like that, and that's not what it's not at all what I'm interested in. I'm very serious about it.
Harvard educated and a PhD from UCLA in Romance linguistics, Henry Biggs is a master of several languages, including the language of the street.
For me, I see in language just a lot of similar things going on, and these are ideas.
Devoted to his first career, Biggs is using his knowledge of language to write his songs and carve out hidden puzzles in his music, sometimes confusing his students.
They sort of listen to it and they go, "Wow, that's pretty good." And then they go, "Yeah, can you solve it?" And they went, "Huh? And well, can you solve the song, you know?" And they go, "What do you mean solve the song?"
But it's the music that got Biggs to record 2 CDs and a new video where Biggs transforms himself from a nerd into a cool rapper.
Was that somewhat autobiographical? I mean, do you view yourself as somewhat nerdy by day and cool by night?
No, I'm pretty much always nerdy. I think I'm comfortable. I know that I'll never be cool, and I don't really worry about that.
This video was shot entirely in St. Louis, along with the help of some students, a couple of babysitters, and Washington University.
The administration has been incredibly generous, very nice about it. I don't think they understand. They're sort of like, "Wow, that you do that. That's great. You know, good for you. You know."
Well, after seeing that story, I just had to meet this man. Henry Biggs joins us from St. Louis. I believe, Mr. Biggs, my peeps would say a big up to you. I believe that would be the terminology. So why are you doing this? Why rap?
It's an interesting sequence. I am a dean now, but I actually rapped for a long time. The connection for me is really getting ideas. Believe it or not, these are literary ideas that we're trying to put in a popular framework. So you might even call it sort of, some people do, pop lit, to sort of get an idea that sits behind an ivory tower out there in the mainstream. So
well, explain that a little bit more. I mean, what are the ideas inside the music, and how are their ideas? I mean, how is this sort of a teaching tool?
Okay, so the song that you've seen most of is called Rap. What most people don't realize, they listen to it at first, and I say it's a lot like Gulliver's Travels. They have, when you read Gulliver's Travels when you're a little kid, and it's a beautiful little story, seems harmless enough, and then when you're older, it has a whole different message. The rap song, believe it or not, is an enormous acrostic, and to solve it, you have to sort of look at the last letters and the first letters of each song, and once you see that, and the acrostic is a literary convention that was very popular over the Victorian period, and something that Villon used in the early French poems. So
I've actually heard LL Cool J often say that and cite Villon in some of his earlier works.
Wow! I had no idea.
How do your students respond to this?
Well, it's interesting. I think they're stunned. I think that's not a surprise. I think then there's sort of a pleasure, like, wow, Dean Biggs, you can flow. Man, this is good. And then, this may seem strange, but sort of a nausea that sets in because your dean is not supposed to be like that. You know, you don't expect that. It's sort of like when you're reading the newspaper absent-mindedly and you're reaching for your coffee and you get orange juice and you taste the wrong thing. It's sort of not supposed to go together.
Well, it's good that you can invoke nausea in your students. You must be very proud.
Hey, man, I'll do anything to get a response. You know, that's key.
Well, I'm sure you do get a response. What about your kids? I mean, you say you have 2 kids and you're married. What does your family think?
I got 3 kids, I should say. I don't want to leave anybody out. And they are they love it. I mean, it's a lot of fun. And Jack said, "Hey, Dad's got to go. He's going to be a rap star just now." So
my dad used to sing in church when I was a little kid, and it mortified me for some reason. So your kids aren't embarrassed at all?
Well, no, because they're too young.
Okay.
They'll be mortified in 2 or 3 years.
That's right. Not only that, they'll be in therapy for years with this sort of dual existence you have. Well, Dean Biggs, I appreciate you joining us. It's really, really fun, and congratulations on all your success, and wish you a lot of luck. Maybe we'll see you at the Grammys one time.
I hope so. Sounds
all right,
fun.
when you're on the red carpet, stop and talk to someone from CNN.
I
right?
promise.
All right, thanks very much.
Take care.
Good to talk to you.
Bye-bye.
All right, who knew?